Hey guys, just wanted to give you a follow-up video regarding the legislative branch of our government. Remember, the legislative branch, also known as Congress, they make our laws. This is a follow-up to what we talked about in our last video, which was why did our founding fathers create the legislative branch the way that they did? We did talk about that last time. Our Congress is bicameral, which means it's split into two houses. So we've got the Senate and we've got the House of Representatives. Okay. We're going to talk about some things regarding both houses. This should mimic what you're seeing on task 2 of your folder, and I'm kind of looking at it right there as we speak. So, first thing, number of representatives from each state. Okay, I'm going to start with the Senate and then work my way down. Number of representatives from each state for the Senate is 2. So, 2 senators for each state. And the reason, we talked last time about why they did that, but so that means that the total members would be how many? We have 50 states. 50 times 2 is, that's right, 100 total senators. So it doesn't matter what state it is, you get 2 senators. Illinois, 2 senators. Wisconsin, 2 senators. Mississippi, 2 senators. Louisiana, 2 senators. Okay, makes for a total of 100 senators in the Senate. You might be wondering, well, what if they make a vote and they have a tie, 50 and 50? Well, the Vice President of the United States, who oversees the Senate, he's actually the tiebreaker, and that has happened several times throughout history. Okay, with some important votes. All right, so what else do we need to know about the Senate? Well, how about the terms? How long is a term? One term is 2 years, okay? I'm sorry, that's not right. For the Senate, the Senate, it's 6 years. So one term for the Senate is 6 years. And what are the number of terms allowed? Number of terms allowed, it's unlimited, okay? Unlimited. So if you want to be a senator and you keep getting elected, you can serve your 6 years as many times as you want. Okay. So next we've got any age requirements to be a senator. Well, to be a senator, you have to be 30 years old. Okay. At least 30 years old. Okay. You can't be 29 and become a senator. What about citizenship? You have to be a citizen of the United States of America. Yes, you do. Do you have to have been born here? No, you don't. But you do have to have been a citizen for 9 years. Okay? As a senator, you have to have been a citizen for 9 years. What about residency? For residency, I'm just going to draw a little house here with an R in it. Residency means where do you live? Okay? So residency for a senator, where do you have to live? You have to live where you're representing. Where you represent. So what does that mean? It means that if you want to be a senator for Illinois, you have to live in Illinois. You have to have your home in Illinois. If you want to be a senator for Mississippi, well, you got to live in Mississippi. And that makes a lot of sense. You want to live around the people that you're representing, right? Okay, so what about in the Senate? Who are the who's the presiding officer? What does that mean? It means who is in charge of the Senate? Because they have these big meetings. You got to have someone in charge with the gavel, the guy that's pounding. Bring the Senate will come to order, right? Bang, bang, bang. Let's bring our meeting to start. It's time to vote, things like that. So Who is that? In the Senate, it's called the President of the Senate. I'm going to really confuse you. The President of the Senate is actually whoever is Vice President of the United States. Okay? So right now, our Vice President of the United States is, anybody know? Mike Pence. So Mike Pence is the President of the Senate. He's our Vice President of the United States, which makes him the President of the Senate. And he's the tiebreaker if there's ever a 50-50 tie in a vote. Okay? If he can't do it, if he for some, and the Vice President of the United States, you can imagine, is a pretty busy guy. So if he can't be there, who is it? It's called the President pro tempore, a temporary president. Okay. Let's move on to House of Representatives. Okay. Number of representatives from each state. With the House of Representatives, it depends on the population of the state. If you're a state with a lot of people, then you have more representatives. Okay? If you are a state with very few people, then you don't have very many representatives. As a matter of fact, it's you get one representative per 500,000 people. So that would make it 2 representatives for every million. So if you only have 1 million people, you get 2 representatives. If you have 2 million people, you get 4 representatives. Okay? So you get 2 representatives for every million, 1 for every 500,000. So how many are there total members in the House of Representatives? Right now there are 435. That may go up or down depending on the number of people in each state. So if our population of the United States goes up, which it probably will, then we'll have more representatives. We're going to have to put some more desks in that building. Okay. How long is one term for a person in the House of Representatives? Well, that would be 2 years. Also, unlimited number of terms. Okay. So shorter amount of time compared to the Senate. It's only a 2-year term. But it is unlimited. How old do you have to be as a person, as a representative in the House of Representatives? You only have to be 25, okay, compared to 30. What about citizenship? What about citizenship? Do you have to do you have to live in the United States? Yes. Do you have to have been born in the United States? No. Do you have to be a citizen? Yes, so you do have to get citizenship, but you only have to be have been a citizen for 7 years. Okay, in the Senate, it's 9 years. You have to have been a citizen for 9 years. In the House of Representatives, it's only 7 years. What about residency? Same as the Senate, you have to live where you represent. Okay, so if you live in Illinois, you can't be a representative in the House of Representatives. You can't represent Wisconsin. Okay? If you live in Iowa, you can't represent Minnesota. All right. In the House of Representatives, who is the presiding officer? Well, that person is called the Speaker of the House. The Speaker of the House is he or she would be a representative from the House of Representatives, but it's going to be a person that is part of the leading party. So you know that in politics you have Democrats and you have Republicans. Well, in the House of Representatives, if you're mostly Republican, if there are more Republicans than Democrats, then the Republicans get to pick who's going to be the Speaker of the House. Right now, in our Congress, the House of Representatives, they are mostly Republican, so the Republicans get to pick who is going to be the Speaker of the House. And in that case, right now, his name is Paul Ryan. He is a representative from Wisconsin. He is a Republican, and he is a representative of the area around Janesville, Wisconsin. So kind of a local person. I'm going to do another short video regarding soul powers and what that means. So stick around and you'll catch that as well. Peace out.